Where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Midwest people get that. We live in a gated community. Okay, that's enough jokes for the morning. Welcome back to Southern Iowa, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back from Cargill here this morning. We got the Hy-Vee truck loaded up for Jake here. We're gonna reload Kenworth. I do have a couple of planting videos coming for you guys. I gotta edit them up here and get a couple of pieces put together. But figured do a little rain day video with you guys, kind of take you through. There's something that I purchased that we got to collect today. Actually, the internet, you guys made me purchase it. We'll get that hooked up, but we're going to did my thing break again? We'll make it work. If I fall out, we fall out. We're gonna reload me. We're running the sweep on that's been here, getting close to being about empty. Jake's got himself a mouse. Mouse hunt is on. Did it run out? I had a mouse in my truck yesterday when we were loading up. So we're gonna load a load of corn. Better yet, why don't I do like a, I haven't done like a cinematic shot in a while. Let's give you a cinematic, what do they even call those? Montage. I've decided that cinematic is just everything in slow motion with music. And also, thank you, Jake. Well, I'll show you guys that here. We'll probably tear it apart so I can get in and out of it. So I just had Jake run to open it. I can't, it'll open from the outside, and the inside it's not. This handle's got something wrong in there. Just ordered one off the internet, 60 bucks. Otherwise I gotta climb through to get out that side, and yeah. I'll just sit here in line with the door open a little bit. But we got offloaded. Head back. Go collect the purchase. Sorry, but purchase pickup got put on hold for a second. It's Friday, so I figured I'd make some ribs. Make some ribs dinner. Some for Jake to take home too. If I wanted to have the ribs done for dinner tonight, I needed to go put the ribs on. Still kind of experimenting with my cooking method. It's like on the ribs. Started out with the 3-2-1. They made them too tender. I'm not a huge like rib tendery dude. Yeah, we're gonna talk about barbecue apparently right now. Go grab the grease gun real quick. But I started out with the 3-2-1 method. I like my ribs would have like a little bit of a tug off the bone instead of the fall off the bone rib. So the 3-2-1 is too slow. The 2-2-1 is maybe a little too fast, so I lowered my temperature and I'm gonna go for 3 hours and then shorten up the 2 method. We'll see how that turns out. Remember the last time you told me that I parked in the puddle and everybody had to stand in the puddle? Look at that thing right there. Look where you parked.
Payback.
Yeah, you parked right in the puddle. We got the high dollar jewel of an auger here. Keep the bushels off of the better augers. So, moving on to my bin, which does not have a vertical unload system on it. Got a surprise coming for you guys too with bin stuff. You'll find out later. Yeah, looks juicy. Okay, I'll drive her on so that it's positioned right. You got to be far enough away from the bin. Not like that. That's one way of doing it.
Hey, it slipped off now. It smells wonderful. I'm the flashbacks to that fan.
High quality unit.
You're sliding on with your hand. You gotta go towards the road more.
You think so?
Yeah. You're right on the edge of that right side of the trailer.
Oh yeah. How we look?
Good.
Good.
Yep, that's first tube.
While this is loading, I'll go show you what we've been working on the semi. So the radio's out of there because the radio didn't work, which is like a Panasonic radio, and I can't find one that has a plug that's the same. So I don't know what to do about that. I'm gonna have to completely rewire that to have a radio. And then I've also added a dash cam, I guess you could call that. So we got a dash cam in here now. I still gotta run the wires better. They're kind of mildly janky right now, just to see if it works. I also don't know if I can adjust the camera there. Like that can show you kind of what it looks like, but it's like there's me, so like that camera looks at you, but it needs to be looking down, but I can't make it look down anymore because then you can't see out in front of the truck. So like when somebody like Molly is in front of it, so kind of doing that for safety.
Say hi to YouTube, Molly.
Hi to YouTube, Molly.
Actually, I'll let Molly go introduce you to my recent purchase.
So muddy. I have white shoes on. Why is he? Every time he hands me this camera and wants me to do something in the mud, I got white tennis shoes on. Ew. It is a baby tractor. A very old baby tractor. That's all I know. Apparently Ben learned how to drive on it. Drive a tractor on it. That's all I got.
But yeah, when I did that auction video, I'm not like a super tractor sentimental type of guy. To me, tractors are a tool to do the job. There, you know, some people do get attached to things. If I was maybe attached to one tractor, it'd probably be the 8110, the first tractor I ever bought. But other than that, I'm not like that. That's kind of the way that I roll. Which there's nothing wrong with being the guys that, you know, do get attached to their equipment. People work really hard to have their equipment. But when I made the video, I talked about the 424 being the first tractor that I learned to drive on, and had a few people call me and tell me that I really probably ought to keep that if that was the first tractor that I bought, or if that I learned to drive on. So I, on my dad's auction, bought the 424. So I bought it back, I guess. Really wasn't planning on that. Honestly, probably wouldn't have ended up on the auction if I would have thought about wanting to have it. But here's the specs on an International 424. The original price was $3,300. I paid $1,300, which was about $1,000 too many dollars for this tractor, if you asked me. But it'll end up at the pumpkin patch, and hopefully, you know, future Ben will probably be happy that I kept this tractor. But it was made from 1964 to 1967, so that really makes it like a 60 some odd year old tractor. I don't know what model year this is, probably could figure that out at some point in time. It had a 2.5 liter gas engine, so a little gas engine in there, which I knew. I think it's like a 40 horsepower tractor. See where it says the PTO claimed is 36, and tested, PTO tested is 36. So what they claimed and tested, that's kind of rare that actually happens. So my guess is somewhere around a 40 horsepower tractor. Kind of neat looking if it was actually to be completely restored. It looks like it's missing some of the badging and stuff like that. So maybe someday in the future, I might restore a 424 tractor. So, yep, replaced but ended up with it. Probably will end up at the patch. I think it's got a high-low here, little 5-speed 5-speed transmission. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4-speed transmission. I think this is a high-low. I think it does have an actual hydraulics. I don't think that's ever been used, you know. There you go. So I don't know if it'd start right now if I tried to or not. We could try. Let's see if it would start. I doubt it starts. I bet this thing just got drug over here. Oh yeah, nope, deader than a doornail. So, but it does run. I do know that. Used to unload the dryer bin hooked up to the PTO on this thing. So kind of neat. We'll drag that over here in a little bit, but other than that, the Haggie's still sitting here. Basically all the other stuff is gone. We'll go through, kind of tell you what maybe some of the highlight stuff kind of sold for. The 8630 I think sold for like $22,000. Someone got a nice tractor with that. The Kinsey Planter sold for like $27,000. I think the Haggie sold for like $24,000. I think the round baler sold for $39,000, and I think the John Deere tractor sold for $107,000. I just overlaid all the cards if I was off on any of those. Small square baler was $18,500. So yeah, Dad might be, he's up north maybe looking at something right now. See if he drags it home or not. But auctions, in my opinion, it's just always been a weird deal. You know, guys work their entire life to, you know, build a farm or their operation and stuff like that, and amass their equipment, and then they have a retirement sale or like an estate sale, and you go to these estate sales and they're like selling the guy's tools, you know, and then one afternoon it's all sold, and by the end of that week it's all gone. Like that to me just puts things in perspective sometimes.
The other thing is my caps were leaking here the other day. You can see that they're thrown around. Jake replaced all my caps and made sure all the oil levels were right on the hub. Looks like we got rid of the leak by replacing those plugs.
Okay, back to the Hy-Vee trap. Finish out this bin.
Gonna take the door part of the Kenworth, the handle, inside handle no working no more. It's happened before. This little piece falls out. I think Ben said he's got a door handle ordered. Millimeter head self tappers. Hold the light on. Don't know how well you can see it, but right here, that little metal piece has got to go up into here so that it'll open the door. So this little metal piece here just slides into this, and we will shut the door, latch, put this back, and then gotta be gentle with it, and then it should open. Now watch it. Temporary fix until the new handle comes in.
We got any air in our front tire?
Just this side, just on the top side.
Just on the top side? We might need to put some on the bottom side too before we go down the road. Turn, Willis, turn. I'd be halfway tempted to throw a little gas on it and start the
Carb?
Huh?
The carb?
Yeah, this thing's ran pretty good. It probably hasn't ran in like 2 years though. If you give it some battery, it might turn over. What do you guys think? Should we try and start it? I think we should try and start it. We'll rinse the gas out of what might be in there. I think I can do that on the bottom end of it pretty easy. Hey, you gotta turn the gas on. I didn't turn the gas off. Hopefully we're not out of gas.
We're out of gas.
Ain't got no gas in it? Huh? It just died? Let it warm up for a second. Harbor Freight generators, what are you gonna do about it? Kind of a cute little tractor. Paint the rims up. You got the air compressor plugged in? No?
When it's flashing yellow, carbon monoxide sensor malfunction.
After a quick run to town, oh, you don't see those, for a new carbon monoxide sensor. The good news is the shipping's not overly costly to get this one home. And this is, of course, the point when all the neighbors drive by when they see us doing this stuff. I bet that's like varnish. Hopefully there's like nothing in there. She dry as a bone. That works good. I think it actually might have a little bit of a leak at the petcock. Start that. Oh, stop, turn off. You did what I did. The black and the red wires are not right. You got a ground there. Somebody was very wise and put a red ground wire on the battery and asked me how I know that.
Did you fry a battery?
Yeah, and maybe some other stuff. The oil is like remarkably clean. Look at how clean that oil is. Look at on the dipstick.
Yeah,
That's like clean. That's clean.
It don't smell bad.
No, I got it on my nose too. It smells fine. Turn the gas on. And if you've forgotten to do it, I think it does drip a little bit. 60-year-old tractor has a drip. Can you believe that? So, betcha. You want to bet that's where you fill the oil at, to the top of the motor? And then Want to see if we got any water in it. Ooh, she looked pretty dry. This tractor has been in a barn, so it's not like it's been sitting outside or anything. Got half? Not quite, just keep pouring. Got a leak? Or is that what I've just spilled?
I didn't spill none.
I spilled some. And the tires on this are primely coming apart. If anybody has any 13.6/28s laying around, let me know. That one's, they're actually pretty halfway decent looking, and they kind of match too. Wouldn't take much to put some back tires on her. Starting to look like a parade tractor. Houston, she knows what to do with now. Nope, turn it back. Here's the tag if anybody can look it up for me. Serial number's 4159, 4159. If anybody knows where to look at that stuff, that'd be greatly appreciated. Put it in the comments. Here's some other badging. So I think that's a 3064228R1. CI46. And it's stamped 2739. You guys can see that 2739 stamped right there. After saucing some ribs, we are, what's on the timer? How much does it say we've gone?
Just under 90 minutes.
So it means we've gone 30 some odd minutes or better on the charger. I bet the battery's bad, probably won't start. We might have to do this in a different video, but let's see what it does. Even if the battery's bad, as much power as that thing has, you think it would, right? Nope. Well, the answer to the thumbnail question is not yet. So we'll come mess with this here at a later date to see if we can get it started or not. But probably first thing we'll do is put a brand new battery into it, and then it'd probably start. But it's Friday, it's quitting time. Adios. Just kidding. If you left, sucks to be you, because the tender's in here and it has a battery very conveniently located and easy to take out. The green and 2 whites go to the negative. Negative. Okay, let's put the charger on that real quick. Give it a little snort. means we gotta drive it.
Let's go farming!
Look around, it sounds like he's got a mouse or something. We gotta drive it through the mud. Look at that! Hey?
So fast I couldn't see you.
I got a little more weight on me now. I can use the clutch a lot better. Still probably possibility though. Nope, I ain't gonna try.
Let's get the battery attached first.
I don't think I'll fork to the side. It smells like blows up tractor. First day gets it. There you go. Smiles are worth 1,300 bucks. Oh boy. 10-point dismount.